Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So today we are going to try something different. Not different, but different in a way. So way back on my channel, I had done a frog, and you know how they do the UV dots and you cure it and then you put black on it, and you know, you like brush it with a mica powder or whatever. So I'm going to do something similar, but I'm going to do the dots in glow-in-the-dark powders. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to try it out. We're going to see if it works. I don't know. So I did pull out some eyes, and I marked them so that I know which way they go. And then we're going to get some colors mixed up. So these are 3 of the other colors out of the Let's Resin glow-in-the-dark pigment that I had got. Remember, we had used, I think it was 6. So we're going to use these 3 today. We're going to do the sky blue, the yellow green, and the blue green. So we'll kind of see what we get. And then there will only be 3 other colors that we haven't used. So if this comes out good, I will probably do another one with the other 3 colors. So I'm going to go ahead and get the eyes in first. And hopefully we can get them in place. I'm going to pull out one of my wax pencils here and just see if this will kind of help with picking up the eyes. So I've got my Let's Resin high viscosity UV resin. I figured if I use the high viscosity, it's a little bit thicker and it might work a little bit better on the droplets. So I don't know, we might do this in 2 layers so that we can get, I don't know, different layers of bubbles. But I don't know. I'm still contemplating that, guys. I haven't completely, I just thought of it. I was upstairs. I was just finishing my coffee and I was like, oh, wonder how that would look. So downstairs I came. All right, so let's get a little bit of the UV resin in the eye, and I'm going to, all right, so I want them kind of like that. So it will be standing up. And I'm just going to get that secured in there. And then once we get all the colored droplets on, I will put this whole thing under the UV lamp. And I'm going to be using the new Let's Resin cordless. I love this thing. Being cordless is so beneficial. And I do have a discount code for Let's Resin down in my description box, as well as the links to any of these products. All right, I think it is good. One's maybe standing up more than the other, but oh well. He'd be looking at a bug or a fly or something. And I want to just get it so it is secured. All right. We're going to move that aside. Let's get some resin mixed up. I'm going to put my gloves on. I can't do the eyes with my gloves on, guys. I can't. Now, I don't even know what I'm going to use to drop the droplets. I'm thinking probably like, ouch, something like this. I could put it in a needle nose bottle, but then I've got to, I don't know, I got to put tape over it and make the bottle black and yada, yada, yada. So, all right. So I don't think we're going to need much. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little squirt in each one of these little disposable cups. And if we need to mix more, we can. So I did already open these, so they are opened. And these covers just pop, they don't screw on. All right, so this one is the blue-green. And I'm just gonna use a little bit. This one is the yellow-green. And then this one is the sky blue. All right. So let's use this to mix up the color. So they're gonna look white until they, you know, are glowing, but that is fine. You just want to get it mixed in really, really good. And I'm just gonna kind of lean that up. Oh, I've got a paper towel right here. So let's get this one mixed up. Okay. Good thing that's the thick stuff, or I would have lost it. So this tool might actually work to put the little bubbles in. All right, so I'll start with this and we'll see if we can get it to drop. So what I might do is do some of the glow in the dark and then maybe put a few clear in between there. So you can see down in there where I've got the little dots. And I have different sizes. There's some little ones, some bigger ones. But I got to leave room for the other colors. But you can already see the glow in those. I think this is going to be so cool. So I'll do a few more, and then I will probably put you guys on a time lapse because this is going to be a little time consuming. Not using the bottle. But you can see all right, so let me just, and I got a hair or something in here. How do I manage to get stuff like that in there? All right, so this one here made like a little run, so I'm just gonna make that an odd shape. And we'll make this bubble a little bit bigger. And let's cure that. Just enough so they're not moving. So in this way you can actually see like where I've placed them. Oh, and you know what? My light's hitting that, so I'm gonna try and all right, so I'm going to move that one over there because I've already started to ruin that one. So I just got to make sure that I keep my light away from my little jug here. All right, so let's clean this. And I'm going to put you on a time lapse while I get the rest of the bubbles on, guys. Okay, so I got those all cured. And I was thinking, I have these, they're just flat back, they're like rhinestones, but they're different crystals. And you can't really see it on the camera, but they look chrome on the tips and they're flat. So I was like, okay, we could glue these in the toes. So I picked out, because this is a random pack, so before I decided, yeah, that's what I want to do, I would make sure that I had enough, and I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a dot of the UV resin, and then I'm going to drop one of these in, and then we're going to cure it. And I think what I'm going to do is pop that bubble first. I have some 1 hour fast cure. I think I'm just going to mix a couple of ounces of that up and put it in the bottom. These might be a bit on the big side, but we will see. Oh. And did I even get any in this one? I'm going to have to use a smaller one on this.
Where would you like me to put this?
Oh, thank you. My honey just brought me some soda down. All right, so let's use a little one in there. So, all right, let me kind of get that cured. Just enough so they'll stay, hopefully. All right, so I guess I should try these in here first, right? All right, so that one I think these will work. At least have a couple of bigger ones. Come on. All right, I guess these are gonna be too big. Especially now that they're all wet. Come on, get out of there. And I don't want to wipe out too much because I don't want to pop my little bubbles. So I will put you on a pause and pick out just the smaller ones. Of course, we don't have any in between. All right, so I'll pick some out, I'll get the toes in, and I'll be back. Okay, so I found I had a little bit of this Shababy, whatever. I had just 4 ounces of the 4-hour fast cure. So I mixed that up. It's very bubbly. And I decided I'm just going to use the Patina Green alcohol ink. We're going to give that a good squirt. And then I'm going to mix in the green interference mica powder. And I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we're going to see. And then I am going to, I'll split this in 2 cups and I will put it through the Let's Resin bubble remover. So this is the 4-hour fast cure, which is much thicker. Let me just move some of this out of the way here. I'm done with that. And what I did is I dried these. So that way, oh, and I have there was a little gem in there. So, and then we're just going to pour some of this. So I figured we'll just stick to the kind of greenish theme and see kind of what we get. So it's making like a really pretty pearl pink. Okay, I was not expecting that. I'm gonna just put a little bit more of this green. So I'm trying to try different things that I haven't tried yet. And I don't think I've seen anybody color the dots, the raindrops. You know, I've seen it where you coat it with a mica powder, but so I'm just curious to see how it's going to look. So that's why I was like, oh, please let me have something that's quick curing. All right, so I guess we're going to go with this. It's a really pretty green. And I will split this in half because I know the bubbles will come out a little better if it is shallower. So we will just split it in 2. And I will stick it in the debubbler. So I'm gonna move my solder out of the way, and I will try and I will put you on, I'm not gonna try, I will put you on a time lapse to see how this works with the thicker. I know it works good with, you know, some of the thick resins because the Craftor resin is a thick resin and it works really well with that. But let's see where this one's a little bit thicker. We will see how it does. So I will, we'll get this in. And when you put your cover on, just give it a good push down before you start it. And I got it set for 8 minutes. I will put you on a time lapse and I will try to re-angle my camera so that you can actually see it. All right. All right, so I left it like 10 minutes. I don't know, I don't remember what the work time is with this. So it's still pretty bubbly, but I'm hoping that it will just debubble. I had something in there. All right, so, and because it's got the mica powder, the bubbles aren't gonna show as much anyways. So we're just gonna get this pouring. So I did spray some 91% alcohol just to help eliminate any bubbles. All right, I want to see how much that is because I have another idea for this frog. And so 1 ounce is basically what I'm gonna want to do on the next one. So that is gonna work. But I think this color is so pretty, guys. It's really shimmery. And yes, I should have gloves on, but I'm not touching the resin. I'm only just pouring, so. And I will rub underneath the chin because I know that's where like micro bubbles like to hang. So and I don't think I put any glow in the dark things here, so I think I'm good there. And I'm just gonna help that into the little tattoos. And I did take out those two bigger ones that I had in there and put the smaller. So that way all the toes will match. Some of them did twist a little bit, but that's okay. So we should be able to see like a faint color of the glow powder on the back side once we demold this, I'm hoping. You know, it might be really faint, hint of blue and green. And maybe if we're lucky it doesn't show at all, but then it glows at night. So that would be kind of cool. So yeah, I don't know what to expect. I've never seen this done this way, and I've never done it. So I figured we would just play with something a little bit different. No micro bubbles, please, no micro bubbles. And then I will be back in 4 hours to see what this looks like. So no extras. I thought we might have a little extra, but I mean, there's really not much there to do with anything. So we will let that cure. I am going to spray this. And I will be back in 4 hours, guys. Okay, guys, so let's see what we've got here. All right. It has been a busy day. All right, let's get our little Totos out, and they're still kind of soft because that's the thinnest part of the mold. All right, so got just a little bit of overage, but it's just really, really thin. You can just break it off. So let's see. Okay, so you can see the little dots. His eyes look really good, but we aren't going to know if this glows in the dark until I bring it up and put it into a dark room. So, but the toes look amazing. They stand right out next to that green. So he does still have that texture look, but it's like kind of blended in. So I'm gonna charge him up. I would yell up, but my husband and them are eating supper, so. But yeah, you can see like under the light that they are gonna glow. So I will bring this up and put it in my bathroom because that's the darkest room in my house. And we will see how Mr. Froggy glows. Now, I did get a little bit of overage on this eye because I didn't fill the cavity in completely. So that's what I'm saying about you've got to put enough resin in that circle to like really cover the eyes, but it's not, and we have no micro bubbles anywhere, so that's good. All right, so let me get some final pictures and I will bring this up and put it in a dark room and see if he glows. All right, I will see you on the next video, guys. Thank you.